Hey, all right. Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. This is just going to be a quick lesson. Lord willing is edifying. This is just going into the earthquakes. And a few days ago, there was an earthquake in, I think, near San Antonio. I'm not sure how far away it was. It was, it's I think it was just south of San Antonio. It was just let me see here. Let me go to this map. But anyway, before I get into that, that's the point is there's an earthquake here in Texas. It's just south of San Antonio. San Antonio is about, I think, an hour and a half away from Houston. I think like that. But this is pretty close, and it was a pretty, I think it was about around a 5, maybe a 4.5, which is pretty big. Like that, you can feel that. You know what I mean? Like you can. There's certain earthquakes. I think it's 2 and below. You don't really feel them. You don't really notice them. But that's a pretty big earthquake for being how far east we are, if that makes any sense. And part of the signs that Yahushua gave, and also in Second Esdras, the ninth chapter that we're given was earthquakes. So when Yahushua is getting ready to return, you'll see these signs going on. So let me just go ahead and get into this. This is Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, Yahushua sat, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, or anointed, and shall deceive many. So you'll see many people not just necessarily saying that they're the anointed, that they're Christ, but saying that they are, like Yahweh Shai sent them, you know, or that Jesus sent them. I hate saying that, but you know, saying that they're prophets and whatnot, which they're not. Like you have many false prophets that are going out right now, like that guy KD, deceiving many people, and there's many others, that come that say that they're anointed, that they're this and that. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So right now, what's building up? You have Steadfast Defender, which is a huge NATO exercise. It's basically they have all these troops that are building up um, along the Eastern Europe and different places along the Atlantic and whatnot, and they're conducting exercises in quotes for a future war. And it's not a future war. This war is coming up real soon. And there's wars going on. You have the genocide going in Gaza. You have war going on in different parts of Africa. You have the war in Ukraine. You still have wars going on in Western Asia, which would be called the Middle East. But you have a war that's most likely going to be popping off over here, the Civil War. A civil war. You have an invasion of military-aged men coming across the border. You have migrants in all these different cities like New York and whatnot that they're being shipped to. You have lots of things building up. You have what is it? So many different divisions here in Babylon the Great. You know, war is inevitable. For verse 7, Oh, also, but the end, let me finish that again, or read that again. This is Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So, even though there's wars and rumors of wars, the end is still not yet, because there's still more that has to happen. You have Revelation 13:16 that needs to happen. That's a major thing that needs to happen. That has to be implemented. That still has not been implemented. But these things are like milestone markers to tell you how close you are. So once the MOTB, the Revelation 13:16, the charagma is implemented, then we'll be even closer. Then that's the end. But it's still not the end. Not until we see the chariots, until the missiles start flying. It's going to be all out chaos here. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. But right now, what are we seeing? We're seeing famines building up more and more. You're seeing shrinkflation, whatnot, like the food is getting more scarce. While it still looks like there's plenty of it to go around, but if you're paying attention, food prices are going up. The packaging is getting smaller. Like you're getting less than what your dollar is worth. There's the pestilences, diseases. Like there's, I think up north they had the lantern flies. They have the locust swarms. They have, I'm not sure what else is here in Texas, but I know there's something. There's going to be something coming up this spring. Oh, there's supposed to be those cicadas. It's supposed to be like a huge bloom of cicadas coming up either this spring or this summer. Like there's a lot of things going to be taking place. And the main thing was the earthquakes in diverse places. So let me get just here, diverse, kata, down, throughout. Okay. Anyway, it almost seems like a random place for there to be an earthquake, because this is a USGS, the earthquake map. I like to use this a lot. I'm going to keep my eye out to see if there's other apps and whatnot that are either easier to use or, the functionality of it. But the point being is this gives a list of every earthquake that's happened. And I have it set up here for the 2.5 and plus. But you can change the settings by the magnitude or, this and that. And I had that in the way. You can go here, the 1 day to 7 days. The 30 days significant, the all magnitudes. Like this will give you a lot of different different information to look at the stuff. So I'm just going to go to the map right here and see there's a ton of earthquakes all over the world, and these red lines here that you see are fault lines, and most earthquakes happen along these fault lines, but not all the time. So going back here, we have here in Texas. Jeez, that's kind of annoying. But so here we had a earthquake here. South of Austin, southeast of San Antonio, northeast of Corpus Christi, and this is Falls City, Texas. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull up like just a specific. There's a 4.7 magnitude earthquake. But you see these earthquakes will be in different places, but this is, pretty far, You had an earthquake in Oklahoma City, or near Oklahoma City in Oklahoma. But anyway, the point being, there's earthquakes going on in different places. They had several earthquakes here. I think they're in that same day. But I believe the point's been made. Earthquakes in diverse places. And it's almost unheard of this far in Texas, you know. So I'm going to close out with this. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9. In verse 1, he answered me then. This was an angel that was speaking to Ezra at the time. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the Highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Most High said these things were going to happen from the beginning. There's earthquakes going on. There's uproars of the people. Earthquakes going on all around the world, not just here in Texas, the little ones that happen, but earthquakes going on all around the world. There's uproars of the people going on, you know, whether they be, you know, whatever they're up in an uproar about, fighting for rights, fighting for, you know, their people, fighting for genocide, fighting for being able to farm. Like, there's all kinds of uproars going on around the world. Matter of fact, I think, Lord willing, I can find it later, because I think there was a tracker that I have found that was like a either a protest or uproar kind of tracker, something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was, but Lord willing, I'll find it, and I'll either put the link in the description or do a lesson on it. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.